My dear, wake up. Oh, yes. Yes, my love. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm back. Oh, my love. My prince, my heart, my king. I've longed to be with you again so terribly. Your touch. Your kiss. Yes, I'm fine. I'm better than fine. Do not worry about me. Yes. Your father, my father, they're safe too. I'm surprised you weren't awoken by the horns announcing our arrival. My beautiful, handsome prince, all wrapped up in a world of dreams. My word, you look ill. Have you been all right? Oh, my darling. I understand fear, but not eating or taking care of yourself helps no one. No wonder you were sleeping soundly. It sounds like you exhausted yourself beyond tolerance. Here, take this. Please, just eat a little bit. It is only a small roll, and tomorrow morning I will make sure you ease yourself back into normalcy. Things will go back to normal, my dear. It will just take some time. Oh, yes. I would imagine you know very little about the situation and what happened, correct? I apologize if that made you all the more anxious. There were few messages we could safely send, as the road between Ameth and Mornheim became part of the battlefield. I will be more than happy to shed some light on the situation tomorrow morning, once you are fed and rested. Oh, my dear, you need not pull me so hard. I'll tell you if you wish, but it is a lengthy tale. Are you certain you wish to discuss this now? Very well, my love. If my voice really do relax you so much. But please, lay yourself down and relax. You can even do so upon me if you'd wish. I did make certain to quickly wash myself for you after arriving. Well, let us see. How much do you already know about the situation? I see. So very little. Well, let us start at the very beginning then. On what was to be our wedding day last week, while you were getting ready, the guards spotted the approaching army of Westerhelm. Yes, that loud sound you had heard was the sound of the catapult striking the outer walls. With as many soldiers as we had available, we made haste. Before we were able to push them back, they had already torn a large opening in the wall. Thankfully, they never entered the residential area. Once we clashed, we prevented them from making a greater approach, forcing them to retreat to the fields where the rest of the battle took place. In the coming days, we received reinforcements from Mornheim, and we were even assisted by some of our other allies later on. The King of Westerhelm, however, really was as stubborn as the rumors made him out to be. Outnumbered and subjected to attrition warfare, he painfully pressed on, and tried all sorts of hopeless tactics until his inevitable demise. That is correct. He had been slain by Prince Thomas fresh out of his battle training. I will not lie and say I was not surprised by his military prowess, but I digress. At the end of it all, we suffered minimal losses, while it is very likely that the kingdom of Westerhelm will not be able to recover. Now that their king is dead, and his son will soon join him for trying to kill my father all those years ago, The citizens have either fled the city or begun to revolt. Oh no, we didn't assault the city by any means. I highly doubt the war will continue anyway. Their army is only about half the size of what it once was. Oh, you meant your kingdom. You need not worry, my dear. As I mentioned before, the residents are all perfectly safe, and the castle is perfectly intact. Your mother is still here, and your father came with us to help settle some affairs. Your personal butler is fine. Would you care to see him? Maurice, could you please enter?
Greetings, Your Highness. Well, Your Highness! Oh.
When we stopped at Ameth Castle to ensure everything was in order, he told us of your sudden departure. I thought perhaps you might feel more comfortable here knowing he was well.
But of course, I have missed you dearly. But, oh my, have you lost weight in your face, or is it just the lack of lighting in here?
He has been greatly stressed in our absence.
Oh my, Your Highness, you cannot disregard your health like this. You have to eat.
Oh yes, I've already given him the spiel. And a bread roll too.
Oh goodness, that is certainly not enough. I can hear your stomach rumbling from here. And knowing you, you've probably been sleepless for so long that I'm surprised you can even stand at this moment.
His being awake is actually more my fault.
Why would you do such a thing if he is unwell? I know it is far from traditional, but could you not have quietly crawled into bed beside him instead?
I was unaware. I thought it would be better for him to know that I'd arrived.
Oh, Pa, I'm no fool. You had been gushing more than a troubadour the entire carriage ride here. I am most certain your intentions were to get a few pecks in before dawn.
To be quite honest, I was looking for a little more than that. You two are a man. I am sure you also understand having the need to keep your longsword oiled.
I will not comment on that. But if he's going to be awake, it should be for good reason. Your Highness, now that you are awake, is there anything you would be interested in doing, or would you rather return to sleep? I beg your pardon, Your Highness? Get married? Now? It is nearly an hour past midnight.
I am glad to see your priorities are in order. I would happily wake every priest and cleric in the city for us to be married this instant.
But we haven't even time to plan a celebration. And certainly very few would wish to attend at this ungodly hour.
There is no need for such finery. I only need you, my sweet.
Oh, you lovebirds. Well, I am unsure how we can proceed. I am ordained, but... I suppose I could, Your Highness, but it would probably be wise to wait for the king's approval, and certainly, to keep the people happy, we must allow them to... You always make it so troublesome to refuse you, Your Highness. Perhaps it's because you've somehow managed to hold on to that same starry-eyed wonderment you've had since Yule as a child. Well, I was tasked with protecting the rings until the event could recommence. So, how shall we go about this?
Ask our parents if, because of the wedding plans falling through, we can conduct things without the pomp now. Then, perhaps not long after, and once the wall's reconstruction begins, we can have the celebration in Ameth as originally planned.
I will try. For you both.
Oh, my love. I would commit so many acts of passion with you in this moment. Completely unrestrained. Until both of us were battle-scarred and fatigued. But you would need at least a bit of food in your stomach. I wouldn't want you to pass out. But are you sure you wish to be wed tonight? And that you are not simply delirious from a lack of sleep? I just want to make sure. Me too. Now we need only wait for what our parents say. Come in.
They said no.
Really?
Indeed. For now, they were off to their chambers, but they told me to inform you that they would hastily arrange a wedding for you both within the coming week. Additionally, the King of Morenheim told me to bring you this platter of food and a pitcher of water, so that you may enjoy this evening as if everything had gone according to plan a week ago. His words, not mine.
That sounds like my father. No wine?
For wine to be good for the heart, it must take blood away from where it is needed. Again, to make very, very clear, those were the king's words, not mine.
Well, darling, how would you like to spend tonight? Whoa!
You had better get used to it. Your husband-to-be can strip his nightgown as if it were on fire when he's excited for something.
I can only hope he will allow me to take it off him sometimes. Very well. Since it is quite late, please place the tray on the table and leave us be so that we may sleep.
As you request, Your Highness. And please, don't let him neglect the food. He will need his nourishment.
Now, my heart, what do you say we have a quick bite to eat? And then afterward, I'll feed you heartily.